This is the Racecast weather forecast for the Rolex 24 at Daytona. I'm meteorologist Scott Martin. After a morning round of thunderstorms on Thursday, followed by slowly clearing skies throughout the rest of the day, the weather will be much improved and much cooler for Friday. Temperatures will start off in the lower 40s at daybreak and climb into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees for the afternoon high underneath sunny skies. Winds will be out of the northwest to the north at 6 to 12 miles per hour. On Saturday, we'll have a few more clouds in the skies over Daytona International Speedway, but not enough to keep plenty of sun shining on you to help warm you up a little. Temperatures at daybreak will be in the lower 40s and will top out in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees around 1 p.m. Temperatures will start to slowly head downward after that, reaching the lower 50s by 8 p.m. and the upper 40s by midnight. Winds will be out of the north to northeast at 6 to 12 miles per hour. During the overnight hours, some clouds will start to build in and skies will become mostly cloudy before daybreak on Sunday. There will be a system that will be passing by just to the south of the speedway, affecting southern parts of Florida, but may be just close enough to send one or two very light showers across the track at any point after daybreak through the end of the race. The chance of rain affecting the track is only 20%, and if any rain does fall, amounts will be less than 1/10 of an inch. Temperatures at sunrise will be in the mid-40s and will rise into the mid-50s by 11 a.m. and eventually into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees by the checkered flag. Winds will be out of the north at 6 to 12 miles per hour. That is all for your Rolex 24 at Daytona forecast, brought to you by Racecast Weather. You can find our forecast throughout the year at racecastweather.com and forecast updates on Facebook and on our Twitter feed at RacecastWX. I'm meteorologist Scott Martin, signing off for now.
Man, these people are crazy. And yeah, as for in Europe,
Okay, well, I mean, you I was talented. Oh, yeah.
It's rubbing it in. I
3 feeder six, just very commendable to your last year in Pro Mazda.
thank you. My plan was to always move up the field, was going to how competitive it'd be. So that's why we moved in VK and Thompson's there and race against them and learn from them and in the pro completely as a driver. As I noticed, and it doesn't even matter because I would just, if that gets me so motivated to just continuing up and doing that.
Right. Can you expand a little bit more on how you changed as a driver from the beginning of the season to the end?
Yeah, it was just obviously just trying to keep myself calm during races and starts. In the beginning, I would make impulsive decisions, like going in for a pass. I'm like, oh, I see a pass here, and I don't really think about the consequences. Like if I were to go in, what would happen? I wouldn't really think about that. I'd kind of just be like, I'd go in, and it was just really quick. Like I wasn't really thinking while I was in the car. I felt like kind of, like immature. I was just making stupid decisions. And obviously from that, I would learn from when Thompson or VK would pass me or make defensive moves or make decisions like that. I would learn from them, be like, oh, okay, it's really good that the way when they pass me, they kind of trick me by going to the right and then going back in, and messing with my mind and everything. So that's kind of how that went. It was mainly just stop making impulsive decisions and starting to think more of what move I make.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, like those that move that you were talking about, how you were passed by people using their mind and doing different moves. It kind of, for some reason, Rossi's move on willpower at the Indy GP last year just pops right up into my head right away.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to recall that, do you?
No, I do not, sadly.
It was a great move. If you ever get a chance to Google that, you might you might want to take a look at Rossi's move there, and you might learn a little something there. Because I'll tell you what, I think every driver should take a look at what Rossi did, because that was a thing of beauty.
Yeah. See, that's another thing that I also need to work on is trying to find time to study from obviously IndyCar drivers and what moves they make. And obviously I've been watching a lot of F1, but obviously I kind of need to start watching more IndyCar. And I've been trying, but obviously now with this month it's just been so busy with me with schoolwork. But obviously that's another thing I need to get into.
Fair enough. Are you a senior in high school, or are you in college right now?
I am a junior in high school.
Junior high school. Okay, right on, right on. So young, so young.
Yeah.
But you know what? Just being mature enough to see that you need to fix a few things, just again, just shows how much, just like the level of maturity that you're at, and you need to be. And I think it's really paying off for you.
Yeah, that's another big thing. Like, when you're immature, you always think like, oh, like why did he beat me? There's no reason he should beat me. And the hard thing is always to admit that you're in the wrong. And that's something I've always been trying to work for. And like, instead of just, I'm like, when I catch myself that I'm about to get angry or make some stupid thought, I'm like, wait, but like, just think of it in the other driver's perspective. Oh, okay, yeah, that was kind of your fault. Okay. And then I'd go back, review the footage, and think of different ways I could have done that pass.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because in this season we've had so many stupid errors that I've made that's costed some points for us.
Some errors that weren't even your. I think I remember Mid Ohio. You had some kind. You were leading the race. You looked great, and then I don't know if it was an engine failure or something, and you just pulled off to the side, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that was unlucky. Yeah, I was gutted. Man, yeah, that was bad. I don't really know what to say there. Obviously we were leading the race, and I thought everything was good, just trying to stay calm and make sure don't make any mistakes. And next thing you know, and that was it.
I mean, obviously throughout the season you have like high moments and low moments. I mean, what was like your best moment that you were just like, yes, I'm on top of the world right now? And of course, I guess what was your lowest moment where you were just like, oh man, I don't.
Highest moment would be Road America, clean sweep, and obviously it was just incredible. We were just so quick, and man, it was just such a good feeling. I just felt so unstoppable. I was like, oh, this is incredible. And I felt like I didn't like get like a win or anything in a long time. And I was so confident that race. Like I came in and I almost like knew it. I was like, this is it. This is going to happen. Because we had the tests before and I knew we were quite quick. So I was like, all right, this is it. This is happening. I mean, everything clicked. The team, everybody was just, man, it was so good. It was really good feeling. And then the worst, oh man, I try to put these away. Man, Mid-Ohio.
They're learning experiences.
Mid-Ohio was bad. Toronto also wasn't any good. Obviously, both races didn't finish. There was a few.
To Toronto was, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that was not good.
So, I mean, kudos to the safety team there, obviously. And, yeah. You know what? How about you talk about Toronto real quick? I just want to, I'm sorry, I'm blanking here.
That's fine.
Out of all the drivers in the top three, how many are actually IMSA drivers? 2? Out of 9? I'm not joking. It's like 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 IndyCar drivers.
More than that. 3's on the team.
Ooh.
3.
Right. Anyway, moving on.
How dare you try to make a joke without me doing the same thing over at you? Oh God. Okay. No, seriously though, it was an honest question. Are you? Is it really 4 out of 9? Are IndyCar drivers?
I just read off the names.
You are counting Elio Castroneves as an IndyCar driver, right?
Yeah.
Better.
Crying out loud.
Okay. I will never accept the fact that he's an IMSA full-time driver. That's a lighter hitting the desk way too loudly.
Anyway,
Sorry.
and then in... Oh, man, where's...
IMSA.com.
God damn it. No, I'm on
Language.
Motorsport. Whatever. And for GTLM... we're just going to skip GTLM. It doesn't matter who qualified on pole.
No, what? Who in the Porsche? What Porsche qualified? What? Was it a Porsche in front of a vet? What? Huh?
Of course, yes, it was. And of course, it was my favorite, Frederick Macarecki.
That's right. Congratulations.
Patrick
That's a
Goulet and
PewDiePie
Nick
clap.
Tandy. Nick Tandy put it on pole for them.
Nick Tandy, Dandy on the pole, Andy.
Wait for Frederick Macarecki to do his thing and wreck everyone. And in second for DTLM was Jan Magnussen, Antonio Garcia, and Mike Rockefeller. And then in third
Right
was
behind
the
him as usual.
Corvette. And then the Ford GT was in third with Ryan Briscoe, Scott Dixon, and Richard Westbrook.
Oh, another dream team of hunks.
And then your GTD class on pole for them is the Ferrari 488 GT3 of
Oh boy.
Andrea. Yeah, that's spelled Andrea. It's supposed to be Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah, looks like Andrea.
I had no idea.
Bertolini. Victor
Andrea
Franzoni.
Bertolini. Sorry.
Victor Franzoni, Chico Longo, and Marcos.
Hey,
Marcos
Victor.
Gomes. And then
It's really nice to be here.
second was the Mercedes AMG GT3 of Jerome Bleekemolen, Ben Keating, Luca Stoltz, and Philippe Fraga. And then in third for them, GTD, was the Acura NSX GT3 of AJ Allmendinger, Justin Marks, Mario Farnbacher, and Trent Hinderman.
A what? A Acura NSX?
Yes.
Nice. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's it.
Every man, when they hear that, they go, nice. Right, Christian?
Absolutely. It's
You're not
really the only Honda-made machine I like. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not even, they don't even call it a Honda. But, it is, obviously. But, it's so Honda, it's not.
What? 9.
What? Can you share with the class?
What? I was just looking at my boys.
Okay. Who are, I don't know.
If you say, "Who are my boys?" I'm going to turn around and slap you.
What, me and Christian? How can you see Christian? We don't do webcam. We don't do... Christian. Christian, do you have a webcam? Yes, you do, on that computer.
My boys qualified dead last. What is going on?
But see, Frank, you're the only one in slapping distance at the moment.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I know.
You take it for both of us, okay?
Oh, trust me, dude. I take it for more than just both of us. Have you seen her? Come on now. I mean, wow.
Qualified 11th.
Great ass. Sorry. Sorry.
Language.
No, I was, it was your cooking, it's got me all gassy.
Oh my goodness.
What?
She's still cooking. You're sizzling over there. You fine thing. You. All right. I'm sorry. I'll hit on you later. Okay. Christian, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, man. I'm just ready to get the the first racing event of the year underway. It's an event that I've had the privilege of attending before, and
You really like to brag a lot, don't you?
it's a good time. What? No, I'm not bragging. I'm talking about the event. I'm not bragging.
I know. I'm just
No. But honestly, though, it's a really
I
really
know,
fun
you
race.
talk about yourself a lot. I know.
And, okay. All right.
I'm kidding. Oh, how tall are you?
It's okay, Christian. I got this.
No. I'm sorry. Ow. Ow. You really just hit me. That hurt. She just walked over and smacked. Ow.
Thank you, Missy.
You're welcome. There's more where that came from. Keep it up.
Sorry. Let's go ahead, guys.
So, yes, Daytona, Rolex 24 this weekend. I'm excited. I always like the 24. I don't know if I'll be staying up for it. I'm getting too old to try and stay up 24 hours for this.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge to really
I'm
stay
okay
awake.
with my record of 22.
22. Wow. What happened those other 2 hours? You got so close.
I fell asleep.
Oh.
It was the hours of like 3 to 5. They kill you.
Right.
Dark out. Yeah. Iron.
That's what gets you. See. Yeah. No, it's a challenge to be able to do the whole thing, but I just love what a testament it is to the manufacturers and their ability to build things. Cars aren't meant to do that speed for that long. So it just truly is a marvel of human engineering, and
It's
great
only
to see
a
all.
day. I've had my car for a year.
Right, really, Frank. Right, really. No, man. But no. But it's just so cool to see all the manufacturers represented. If your brand isn't out there, then
You don't own one.
one of their off brands. Exactly. Honestly, right. And that's what's so cool about this event. Nowhere else do you see them come together like this. Super cool. Yeah. I'm excited.
What is your favorite overall sports car? That's out there now, not all time.
Oh, not all the time. That's out there now.
The Porsche. Moving on.
No. No.
What?
No.
Christian, I'm losing you.
Yeah, that's you are.
Porsche.
That's you. I did not. No, all time the saline
Didn't ask that.
sevens, but currently I'd have to rethink it.
No,
But,
okay, what was the first car that came to your mind? The Acura NSX.
No, I was actually going to go with the Ferrari was the first thing that came to my mind.
The 488, huh?
Yeah, that's what came to my mind.
Well, I mean, it's your brain. I can't.
It is.
I really can't argue with it. It's yours.
No, but I do definitely do appreciate the NSX, and good to have those back in production.
Yeah, definitely. 1 year, or last year was it, or 2 years ago? Where heard it? 2 years ago, yeah. But I mean, it's always like a 2, 3, 4. I mean, I remember that 1 year. I think it was Gabby almost had it, but then got passed right at the last minute. That was amazing finishes. So Freedom 100 is always like one of my favorite races to watch for Indy Lights. So definitely.
Yeah. And me myself, I'm not too good on the ovals, and that's something that me like us as a team they've learned. So we've been doing a lot of testing on that. So now I feel much more confident.
Yeah, because with Pro Mazda, the ovals that you did last year was it Gateway? Was it Gateway one?
Yes, Lucas Oil. I think those are the two. Unless am I forgetting one?
Iowa? Or no.
I think
No. Yeah, just those two. I think. Yeah. But obviously going into Lucas Oil, that was my first one ever.
Oh yeah, right. And how
Are you involved in an incident?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say yeah. As a matter of fact, I think that was one of the first times me and you talked was at Lucas Oil right before you guys took off. I was like, "Good luck, David." I was walking down pit lane.
Yeah.
I think it was like the first time. Yeah, yep. But that was before the race, so.
Yeah, I only can remember the bad things.
Gotta remember.
So let's move on.
Yeah. So moving on. So just get better at ovals this year, okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Noted.
All right. I'll send you an email every week. Just
As a
reminder.
reminder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Do you do any sim racing?
Oh yeah, of course. Right now I'm having a bit of an issue with it. I don't know what's really going on with it. I have to call the technician guy and see what's up with it. But
all right.
yeah, no, I test on it. Man, I try to do as much as possible. So normally right before I go to bed, I do about 2 hours on it.
What kind of a sim do you like to use?
So I use iRacing or R Factor 2. And it's a nice. I have like a nice proper chair and everything, and like the triple screen, and yeah, it's really nice. It's kind of pimped out. It's kind of like the main show. And if somebody new comes to the home and we're showing them around, I save that for last.
Right on. What's your name in iRacing? Just regular name, David Lucas?
Yeah, just David Lucas.
All right, let me send you a request right now.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, 100%.
Right on.
I'm pretty sure it's David Lucas. Yeah, I think so.
What's your favorite kind of racing there on iRacing that you like to do you do like a lot of practices, or do you do some races that are already pre scheduled?
Well, I don't do like the actual. I haven't actually raced against somebody on it. What I just do like just the practice type stuff. I forget because I don't really know how to get into those races. I've tried many times, but I can't find like where or which way to go. And Sean's told me so many times that he's gonna help me, but he never does. I'm like, okay, but no, I just end up practicing on some track. Obviously, like especially if we're gonna, let's say, Road America, I just pop up Road America and just do laps on it with the Formula car.
Oh, right on.
Or the Indycar.
Well, and yeah, like the cool thing is like we could jump on Skype and then you can do iRacing, so we could talk to each other without like bugging everybody else that might be in there. It works pretty well, which is good. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I used to do that a lot, but not so much anymore. Like somebody that you might know, Marty Davis and his wife Kristen and son Parker.
By the way, they say hi.
Yeah, yeah. Marty's like, just remember to tell David that Parker said hi. So Parker says hi, David.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, right back.
Right on. And by the way, I think it worked. I think I sent you the friend request. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so I guess that was my name. Sweet.
Right on. So, yep. That's gonna be fun. Fun for later. All right.
Yeah. Well, we'll team up. We'll team up against everybody else.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, like I think I coached Marty to a win one race. That was fun because I crashed out lap one, so I just jumped into his cockpit. It's like, all right, save tires, save tires.
That's always the key.
Yeah, definitely. So, what's been your favorite track so far? Racing here compared to over in Europe.
Road
Favorite
America, he won that
road
twice.
yeah, yeah. And USF, I also had a really good year in USF. So Road America, it's just, I don't know. It's local. It's just, I love it.
Oh yeah,
It's
home
great.
track. Yeah, we love it too. I mean, the walking will just murder you. I mean, somehow, no matter where you walk, it's always like you're walking uphill. I don't know how that track does it.
The best is going when you go down that hill with your whole entire team, your whole crew, and you guys all eat, and you all get back on the golf cart and try to go back up that hill. And then you all just end up pushing with your feet because it's just not going. And then and you just see every single person is just struggling to barely get past this hill. It's quite funny.
But I mean, the food is good though, isn't it? It's
Yeah, food was good. I really like the facility, everything. I did that zip lining thing. That was fun.
Missy, go right ahead.
I know it's on my to-do list. I haven't done it yet.
It was a lot
I
of fun. I
got, I
did it with
got,
my
I gotta do
sister.
it. It looks like a lot of fun.
What was that, David?
The zip line, I was just saying the zip line was a lot of fun. I went on it like 3 times with my sister because my sister Vicky, she likes to be on the edge, so she really wanted to go.
Right on, right on. Excuse me. So, so let's see. So next year, Indy Lights. I mean, I mean, is this like a just like a dream come true to you?
Yes, it is like completely. Like I never think I get this far. Like in the whole, especially throughout my whole go kart type of like in that time, I'd always say to myself, I'd be like, man, this is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this. But I never really thought that get like somewhere here. And that really hit me when I got to USF and I saw the whole team and the car and everything and just being lined up with everybody else. And that's when it hit me. I was like, whoa, okay, this is kind of like a big deal now. Like, this is insane. I was like, I don't know. This, like, that's when I started, like, I was like, okay, changed up my whole, like, routine, changed up my sleeping schedules, my workout, my food, everything. That's when I, like, kicked it. Like, I was like, okay, time to focus. This is real.
Right on. I mean, yeah. I mean, and obviously your goal is IndyCar, right? That's your number one goal, right?
Yes, of course.
Right on. And let and I was another thing I was saying to Missy was, about 10 years ago, the racing climate was we got away from the best driver with the best talent is going to get the seat compared to the guy that is not as great, but he's got the money, right?
Yeah.
But because of the split and then getting back together again, IndyCar had to start rebuilding itself, so we were forced to have to deal with a lot of that. But lately, as of the last 2 years, it's starting to change. It's starting to, talent is starting to trump money. So, there's less and less seats for people to buy who don't really belong,
Yeah.
And your story is an example of what I'm saying as far as the change in the racing climate in IndyCar and where your talent is getting you to where you are. It's not just money. So, and that's very encouraging, extremely encouraging. And so I just want to, just wanted to throw it out there and just saying that, like, I'm really happy for you, hugely happy for you. And so is a lot of people. Trust me, you have a huge fan base, man. You really do, because I, now, you had mentioned you're a little bit superstitious, and so am I, and I don't like telling really anybody who we're having on the show until after we do, because you don't want to look foolish if somebody doesn't come on. But I did tell a few people that I know are huge fans of yours, and it was to the point where they were like, "Is there any way we can jump into the live stream and just hit mute so you can't hear us, but we can hear the interview going on?" And that's how much they were like really excited that you were coming on. So I just wanted to let you know that, I'm sure that has to make you feel good inside there. I had a point to that beginning of that story. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, fan base
Yes.
that's obviously, yeah, that's it's crazy to think about. Man, it's just like I said, like I never really thought like I ended up having a fan base in the first place, and then it's a good feeling when you're walking down. My first encounter was it was it was in USF, and it was towards like Road America, after I had like a good showing, and it was the first time ever when I was just walking to just go to the bathroom or do something, and people started coming up to me and asking for autographs and taking pictures and stuff, and that's it, the feeling that you get from that, it's mind blowing. Like you're like, wow, like this is like incredible. And then when I look at my comments, people are obviously being so nice, and people wanting me to post more and do this, and it's like it's unreal for me. Like it's mind blowing.
Yeah, it's like you almost want to pinch yourself. Is this real? Is this real?
Yeah, I this is what that always goes through my head. It's just like what was that Elon Musk thing? Like maybe I'm in a simulation.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you can't prove that we're not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what he said. Yeah, but coming from the guy that, is what does he want to do? Put computer chips in your brain?
Yeah.
Neuralink. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The man's my hero. He really is.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Are you a big Elon Musk fan?
My family is. My dad especially. Man, my dad is insane. Dude, he's such a big fan of Elon Musk. We all have Teslas. We're all Tesla'd out.
Really?
Fully electric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So name off the Teslas that your family has.
Well, okay, so sister, she has the P85.
Oh.
I have P85 plus.
Oh, you big dog.
Yeah, my dad. Well, let's say my dad for last. My mom has the Model X 90D. Yeah, it's incredible.
Wow.
And then my dad has the 100D.
Oh.
The P100D.
Missy, take over. I have to go. Never mind. Clean show.
I know what a Tesla is, but
Clean
I don't.
show. Clean
All
show.
those numbers after that, yeah, I don't know.
Put it this way, he went from really great to just amazingly awesome.
And then my grandparents, they have the Model 3.
Right on. But do they have the long distance, I'm guessing?
Yes, yeah, long distance, yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, if I had we don't have we have a brand new Kia Sportage, I think it's a 6-cylinder.
Next manufacturer. Next manufacturer. I'm telling you, it's going to be a shock to everyone. Kia, third manufacturer.
Oh, what? She's talking about the third manufacturer engine? Kia?
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
No, ours is a 4-cylinder, it's not a 6.
Yeah, we have the 4-cylinder.
Got a turbo. Yeah, 4-cylinder with a turbo.
Has great gas mileage. I give it that. It's not a Tesla though, unfortunately. That will be our next car. But yeah, we're gonna have the Kia for a little while. But yeah, I'm a huge Tesla fan.
Yeah, my dad's just all about electric and the future, and obviously Tesla. It's the start of definitely the future, like 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Everything, it just makes so much sense. In the winter, it's a little bit not so good. It's because obviously batteries, they don't like the cold, so I struggle a little bit in the winter. Obviously with the mileage wise, but if you time everything right, and it's fine. But there's superchargers everywhere now. It's coast to coast. You can literally go wherever you want, and you can make it easily with a Tesla. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I even the shop rates over here. It's a grocery food store. Each one has about 6 to 8 charging pods at each store because I wired them all up, and they're pretty cool, and they're free. You know, if you have I mean, isn't it's amazing? It's like buying, a Chevy and them handing you a free gas card. The same thing, but
yeah,
you can't
this
beat it.
it's amazing. And I have two front trunks. No
Yep.
maintenance. And if anything goes wrong, it's usually something with the screen or like my seatbelt starts making that beep noise and gets stuck. Call Tesla. 5 minutes later, I get a software update and it's fixed.
That's so cool. And how's the autopilot? Well, no, is the autopilot fully ready yet?
So obviously they have Autopilot 3, the 2.0. They don't have the 3.0 yet. The 3.0 is obviously it'll take you from point A to point B.
Right.
And my car doesn't have it because obviously my car's it's the older generation, but my parents do. And my dad just got the new latest update where it can now take ramp exits and go from from one expressway to the next. So
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. And it knows now, and now it'll turn by itself. Like let's say you set it to 70 miles an hour and it catches up to a car at 60. Before it wouldn't do anything. Now, if it notices that there's nobody on the left lane, it'll go into the left lane, pass him, and then go back.
Oh, really? So before it would do anything, it would just crash into the back of the car?
No, it would just match their speed. It
Oh,
wouldn't.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, no.
Oh, I was gonna
It,
say like, wait a minute, I haven't heard this.
no, it would just match their speed. But obviously
I
now,
got you
because
now.
obviously if you just have it set to 70 and they're going 60, it'll go around them to keep that speed.
I know. Yeah, and the great thing about the Teslas are, they already have the hardware, set in them. They're just waiting for the software to be updated, basically to catch. They're waiting for the technology to catch up to what the car is ready for, right?
Yeah. Also, obviously issues with it being legal. Also with that, because you have
Right.
to perfect it. I forget what the rule was, because like for humans, like there's something about a human making like the chance of a mistake compared to like the AI. So
The
there's
whole
also that. Like
ethics.
they're trying to perfect that.
Yeah, it's almost like, say, for example, there is something like it's either if you go down, this route, you might run over uh, one person, but if it swerves and hits the three people, will it swerve or will it not swerve? It's like trying to like think, what, like if there's a definite loss of life that is going to happen regardless, like you can't you can't avoid the loss of life, so it's either choice A or choice B, um, and they're trying to figure out which one to do with. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, it'd be something. Yeah, it'd be situations like that. And obviously, with if it was, let's say if it was if let's say the whole road, all the roads, they were all driven by Teslas being autopilot. Everybody had a Tesla that was autopilot, and nobody drove. Then there would be no issues because obviously every Tesla would know where each Tesla is. Every robot, the AI would know everybody. They'd all make it perfect. Like Elon Musk said that it's already perfect to go, but he said it's not perfect to go against humans making errors,
Right, right.
if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect. I mean, it's basically why we don't have flying cars.
Yeah. Well, he said flying cars would suck because they're like really loud.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, what, it say something happens like a mechanical breakdown, you
No, yeah, that's gonna be
you don't
yeah.
want them coming through your roof.
Well, that's why he said if I can't go up, I'm gonna go down. So now he's making those tunnels
Yep, the
for
whole
the the hyper thing, the train, or the, I don't know what that
It's
thing
called
is, but
yeah, it's called the Hyperloop.
yeah, Hyperloop, yeah. And
And the
then
Boring
just
Company.
the Boring Company, yes. And then I know they made like a flamethrower, and my dad
Yep.
was like, "I need to buy that right now." I'm like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I need it." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because Elon Musk made it." I'm like, "Oh,
Yep.
uh,
Yeah, he made 45,000 and sold out in like it was a few hours, I think.
yeah." It's crazy. He could literally sell anything. He could sell a brick that just says the Boring Company on it and just spray paint it white and it'll be sold out.
I would buy it right away.
Yeah, honestly, I put it in a collection.
Yeah, I mean, and then move on to SpaceX and how he's changing the world that way. I mean,
That's insane.
I mean, was the Falcon Heavy just one of the coolest things you ever saw?
Yeah, that was it almost didn't look real. Especially when the small rocket thrusters landed back down, it looked like something out of a movie.
And yeah, and the sonic booms that was right before they landed. Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, it was incredible.
I really wish I was down there. Like, I mean, I'm definitely going down there for the next launch. I think the
Yeah.
next launch will be in April. I want to say.
I hate to be the party pooper and bring everyone back to
Oh,
racing.
right, racing,
Just 'cause
right.
we have
Oh,
yeah, we
yeah.
have a limited time here, so
Sorry, yeah.
to wrap this
We
up.
yeah, we've been talking Tesla for the last 20 minutes.
That's what happens though. It's
No,
just
it's totally cool. It really is. And
yeah.
we're getting to know David Malukas. That's what this is all about, guys. So
Oh, I also, well, just in general, my whole family, we're all electric. So I have also an electric skateboard that goes 22 miles an hour.
that's kind of crazy. Does it have the handle on it or?
No, it's just a skateboard. It has
Oh,
the electric motor underneath, and I have a little remote to control the speed and regenerative braking. And yeah, I just put my helmet on and go.
that's about the only way I'd be able to skateboard. Yep. I mean,
Yeah, it's
because
actually so much easier. People were like, but you don't, because I never knew how to skateboard.
me neither.
But I just went straight to that. But the thing is, though, I never have to rebalance myself because I never have to put my foot off.
That sounds so cool.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just so much easier.
Now, alrighty. So, uh, okay, Missy, bring it back to racing, Missy.
She's what else do we need?
Put you
Oh,
put you on the spot there.
yeah.
I do
Um,
too all the time.
that's, uh, now, so I heard we have some superstitions.
Yes,
Tell me about
superstition.
these superstitions. Is there certain things you have to do on certain days, or race day versus qualifying day, or?
Yes, so it's a bit weird. Hopefully nobody judges, but yeah. So, for instance, let's say race one and race two. Race one Saturday, race two Sunday. Race one went really really well, and it was a good day. So that means whatever I did on Saturday, I'd have to do on Sunday for race two. So what time I woke up, the time I woke up no, that doesn't have to be the same, but it should be things like the way I picked up the toothbrush, and like what hand I'd use the toothpaste on, and the way I'd brush my teeth, and what I would get for breakfast, and what route I took to the track. Like those things would all have to be the same if the day went well. But obviously, if the day didn't go well, then it doesn't have to be the same. But if it went well, I'd have to be the same exact thing. And if I didn't, then I would just have, it would always be going in my head that like, oh, I messed up the day. I messed up the day. So yeah, that's the one weird thing that I do.
So if it doesn't go well, so the next day you're like, okay, I can't brush my teeth this way. I gotta do it a different way. Let me see.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bit weird, I know, but I don't know. That's just how I don't know. This is how I am.
Totally not judging. Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
it's just
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding. Everybody has their quirks, so
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah,
so.
nobody even knows that. I don't think anybody even. I don't. My parents don't know. I'm pretty sure nobody knows. Yeah, nobody even knows about that. So there we go. The podcast knows it first.
Nobody really listens to this podcast anyway. I'm sure nobody will hear this.
I beg to differ.
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
just trying to
yeah.
make them feel better.
Yeah, just looking at
All,
the
all of our 3 listeners,
uh,
which will be me, Frank, and David. So that's all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can listen to my own voice. To me, it sounds a little bit. It's hard to listen to my own voice. I always
yeah,
cringe. I'm like, no.
yeah, it took me about 50 shows to get past that.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I kind of have to listen to it just to make sure everything kind of came out right.
Yeah.
Quality control, and plus I like to learn from my 115 mistakes I do every show. But I mean, last week was better. I only had 113, so I'm doing better.
Oh, wow, yeah, it's a lot better.
Thank you. Hey, I mean, baby steps, baby
Yeah,
steps.
of course.
Oh, before we end this or anything, Dave, where can they find you at? Like Facebook, Twitter, you
Oh yeah, let
Instagram?
me do my
Uh,
plugs.
yeah.
So Instagram, simple, just David Malukas. Twitter, it's Malukas David, or you can search David Malukas. They'll both pop up. Facebook as well, David Malukas Racing, and I'm soon gonna have a website coming up, so davidmalukas.com. And yeah, so that's everything's coming.
And also on iRacing, David Malukas.
Yes, hit me up on iRacing and destroy me so I could learn.
There you
And of
go.
course, you can always find our stuff at www.theindysportscarpodcast.com.
Right on. And where can they find Christian's book at, Missy?
Oh, you can find Christian's book at Barnes and Nobles, Books a Million, Amazon.com, and other fine retailers.
And what's the name of that book?
That would be My Life and Story, The Outside Groove.
Forwarded by Willie T. Ribs. Right on. So definitely support Christian. So he'll be in that autograph signing line next year for the USF 2000 series. Hopefully, we're fingers crossed.
And there's only 2 things I wanted to throw out. Santino Ferrucci is signed for Dale Coyne for the 2019 season. So there's another breaking news. I guess we'll talk about more of that. There's plenty more off season to go, but that just happened yesterday, actually.
What do you think about him there, David?
Well, I've known him since I was really little, and obviously he was a lot older at the time, and it was way back in South Bend, and it was a go-kart race, and I remember everybody there was like whispers of him, and nobody really obviously saw him, and he came from Europe or I don't know where, and he showed up and he just destroyed everybody, and I've known him since then. I don't know, and obviously I can't really remember. I was so little, but I'm pretty sure I did talk to him when I was young and hanged out with him a little bit. But other than that, then I didn't really see him.
I mean, until he was all over the news last year.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was like, oh my God, no way.
Yeah, that's what I was
So-
like. I mean, so first impressions are the ones that last, right?
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, everybody deserves a second chance. So let's see how he does. Hopefully, he doesn't use his car as as an exclamation point.
I mean,
And
everybody makes mistakes. His only, fault right now is his hero is probably Sebastian Vettel, But that's that you can't run into other people's cars, so.
yeah, I mean, David, that is one of the first things they teach you, right? Don't crash into your fellow drivers on purpose, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the first thing that goes in the briefing.
Yeah, I would say, driving 101, don't crash, especially with
Yeah.
other people on purpose.
Exactly, yeah. You gotta be aggressive though. You definitely have to be aggressive, but you can't crash.
That's true. I mean, being aggressive then, after the race is over on the cool down lap, you you basically let your teammate know how upset you are with them. It's that shouldn't happen.
Oh,
And of course, everybody had to jump all over him with the whole "Make America Great" thing. because why not?
Yeah.
I mean, but
We're not getting into that. Don't even go there.
hey, I don't have a problem with it. Everyone else does, it seems.
So yeah, that's
I'll just third party that conversation.
That's just,
Exactly, because if
the
I had
only
to pick one,
IndyCar.
I'd be a third party. Trust me, I wouldn't pick either one.
Yes, that's the only thing that really came out in the IndyCar world. Oh, and also just the IndyCar talks with Australia were encouraging. So, but that won't be for 2020 if it happens. So, I guess more to come on that in the future year. Um,
I think it's going to happen. David, what do you think, buddy?
I hope it's gonna happen, and it definitely will happen, and you'll see me there.
Great answer.
awesome.
Missy, do you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really hope so too. I agree, 100%, 100%. And then, F1's last race of the season, Abu Dhabi, is coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Which, it's a total, waste. I mean, not waste, but doesn't matter at all, really.
Yeah, everything's kind of all said and done. My favorite track, though, Abu Dhabi. It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, night racing on that track. I mean, it really is a sight to see.
Yeah, it's just not necessarily made for the Formula 4 I drove. Straightaway was just a tad bit too long.
What now? I just don't. There is no brand recognition at all. But I love the color blue that they use. Love that blue color. Wow. I mean, I use it in iRacing personally. So, you know what? I'm going to support an IndyCar that way on iRacing with my livery. So, there you go. That's the best we can do right now.
That's the best we can do.
So moving on from the title sponsor, then.
I just did. I just moved on. I figured it out. Thank you.
No, I mean, but I mean, it's positive in that they were already a sponsor of a car. I mean, that's a good look whenever you see a car sponsor take a bigger role, much like with Verizon.
And Arrow, right? Like Arrow did the same thing, but not on the same scale. But
not on the scale. I mean, it's always a positive.
It means they're having
look.
Good,
I'm just I'm just wondering about the sustainability of it, but we shall see.
Now,
we shall see.
Now, Christian or Missy, do you know how long this deal is for? What was it written for? How many years? 6, 3, 25? I mean, they have billions, so is it 100? I mean, I don't know. I mean, 1 year, free agents. I mean, should we start looking for a new one like tomorrow? I mean,
yeah, I'm not sure. Does it mention how long the deal's for, Missy?
Yeah, I mean, I was just wondering if maybe somebody had seen it someplace. Missy, it's not a big deal, really. I mean, we'll find out eventually.
I don't think it doesn't say his exact number, but it does say it was announced that a multi-year agreement will see NTT become the title sponsor of IndyCar. Just says multi-year.
It's about as vague as a hockey injury. Lower body injury. Oh, okay. Multi-year deal. Yep, it's about the same. It's in the same ballpark. Same.
Well, that's at least two. That's at least two. So we know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But not like 7.
At least count for two. Right. Could be, could not be. But at the very least.
But we all know how deals and how years go because, we love football. Years don't matter at all.
Money shouldn't be an issue. Holy crap.
Exactly. When it comes to years. Money's not an issue. I'll just buy the contract out then.
Well,
See
all
ya.
the companies and partnerships that NTT has, they generate over $106 billion in annual revenue.
I'm very happy for them, but I would love to show my appreciation with my dollars, and I don't know how.
Okay, moving on.
See, that's the biggest problem I have with it. I can't. I'm having a hard time getting past that.
Yep, moving on.
Yep.
So Vassar and Sullivan extend the IndyCar deal with Coin for Burdet's car.
I didn't know Sullivan had a stake in it last year. Did he?
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
So yes, Dale Coyne Racing and Vassar Sullivan have reached a new multi-year agreement that will see two organizations continue as co-entrants of Sebastian Bourdais Honda IndyCar.
And a slew of other drivers.
I just want to just go back to F1 for a second before because we're going to end this very soon, very soon. The only other F1 news was I don't know, I'll probably butcher his name, Robert Kubica.
Yes.
Agrees to drive for Williams in 2019.
Ooh.
But,
I saw.
yeah. Yes, 2019 he will be racing for Williams.
And this will be Fernando Alonso's last F1 race, right?
Yep, his last F1 race. Well, for now. Who knows what the future will bring.
I do. He's going to race in the Indy 500 this upcoming season. And then 2020, McLaren goes full time without a Honda engine because Honda has already come out and said they will not supply them with an engine. Who saw that coming?
Yeah, it's crazy why that happened.
I know. I mean, what do they have prior history?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would be. Oh, brother. That's why I always say, don't burn bridges. You know, may make sure you leave on a high note. So.
That's just about everything. And David, before we let you go, we do have 2 questions that we ask all new drivers to the show.
Okay.
These are the hardest questions you're ever going to answer. Are you ready?
Okay, and the pressure is building.
Yes.
Yep. Get ready.
Here they come. So your first question is, what keeps you most comfortable in the car regarding your gloves and your boots? What's your favorite brand?
My favorite brand?
Yeah. Who do you wear?
Oh, Freem, of course. Oh, Freem. Oh, I love Freem.
That's
Oh,
I have not heard that.
Freem is my favorite. I fully geared out on Freem.
All right. And then your second question is, in regards to your boots, do you like a harder or softer sole?
Oh, harder. I'd say harder. Yeah, harder.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm.
The tides, they are a-changing, Missy.
Yes, they are.
I swear for the first 2, maybe even 3 years, it was always, if you're open wheel, it was soft. But if you're sports car, it was hard because of the heat. But as of late, it's all been hard sole. Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't know. I know the Freem, it's hard, so yeah. That's what I'm used to.
Now, Freem, can you spell that?
Freem.
Freem, okay. Right on. I mean, I have Sparco gloves, but hey, I'm going to have to check out the Freems.
Yeah, I actually got new gear from them, so I'm gonna have all my logos and my name all on the undersuit as well, all the undergear.
Right on. And when your website is up, are you going to have merch?
That is the plan. I'm so excited for that. Oh,
That, definitely. And well, just let us know as soon as it goes up, and we'll post it up on the Facebook fan page and Twitter and everything.
ooh, give me a shout out. Yay.
And of course, definitely, man, definitely. And this definitely won't be the first time. You'll be on before now. Just real quick, the Daytona 24. A lot of teams are always looking for open wheel racers. Do you think you might be interested in racing for IMSA for any of the endurance races this upcoming year?
Yes, actually, yeah, I would.
Right on. All right, so
Wait. We can't stop there. Hold on. Is that we have something in the works and I just can't say yet? Answer?
No,
Yes.
I didn't. No, I didn't say anything. Wait, what happened? Happy
And on,
Thanksgiving. Okay.
and on that note, you know that I know that Frank, well, sometimes he knows. And now, David Malukas knows,
or this season
In PF in England.
was full time. Who saw that?
Yeah. This is David Malukas, and you're listening to the Indy Sports Car Podcast.
Okay. All right. No, Frank. It's the R&B group where Bobby Brown came from.
Never heard of them. Alexa.
What?
Oh, no, please, no.
No, we're not doing that, Frank. We're not. This isn't karaoke hour. But no, Gateway was a good time. So when you say a power boost, what do you mean?
Boost of power.
Thank you, Frank, for that very. thank you.
Kind of self-explanatory, really. You're gonna have more power.
They have here that on the boost on they will run 130 kPa boost on super speedways.
What does KPA mean, miss?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
KPA.
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose I know what it means.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I should, but I don't know.
No, we're American. You think that's imperial? Ah! Is it? Christian?
No, I'm not sure what it means. That's why I was asking.
Kilopascal?
Kilopascals. Kilopascals. Yes. That's how you say it. Kilopascals.
Pascal.
Wager.
So 130 kilopascals boost on super speedways, 140 kilopascals on the short ovals, and 150 kilopascals on the road and street courses, and boost up to 165 kilopascals for push-to passes.
Making that a grand total of how many?
But following discussions with Chevy, Indycars decided to raise the boost for its short ovals. So Iowa and Gateway will go to 150 kilopascals.
Hey, gotta have your kilopascals.
Is kilopascals imperial or metric? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I really don't know. Is a Pascal, is that universal? Is there such a thing? Whenever I hear kilo, I instantly think metric.
The Pascal or kilopascal is a unit of measure, or is a unit of pressure measurement, is widely used throughout the world and has largely replaced the pounds per square inch (PSI) unit, except in some countries that still use the imperial measurement system or the U.S. customary system, including the United States.
And one African country, as a matter of fact. I've seen a Wendover Productions video on this. It was, I'm serious. Yeah. There's two countries that really pretty much use the imperial system. The U.S. and one... Kill me? What?
They overrated this shit. You know what? Here you go. Here's one. Simon Pagino.
You
Overrated, huh? Okay.
This year, yes.
popped the cork on that one, huh?
I mean, he won a championship, and what's he's done since then?
Zip.
Exactly. Squat. And you keep expecting it.
Looking
Every week
sad.
you're like, yes, I got Simon this week on the team. Yeah, he's going to do something. Nope.
Yep. He would be the equivalent of my fantasy quarterbacks. Yep. Because I suck at fantasy.
First place right here. Yeah.
In the gutter. Woo!
When Missy does a job, she does it right.
Missy is dominating the entire IndyCar media fantasy football league.
All right, and guess who I'm
She
taking
really
on
is.
this? Going down.
Well, you know, she's only lost twice.
Krista Harder.
To me, one, and to someone, I don't know who else. You're playing Krista Hardy?
Yeah, I'm playing Krista Hardy this week.
I mean, you're beating Krista Hardy this week.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
that's what I meant. Yeah, and taking over Soul, what's the word? Soul Holding on first place of the entire league, not just our division. That's where you need to be. I won't be satisfied till you're there.
Right. I know, neither will I.
And I will keep on gifting you any player you need until you make that there.
Aww. Now that's love, folks.
It was a lie
Yeah,
just to
I
yeah,
know,
see.
because you haven't gifted me a
Relationship
single
goals.
thing.
No, I don't trade players with anybody.
Drafted
And
well.
take it back.
It was a,
Yeah,
it was a total
Missy
joke, yeah.
drafted well.
Wow.
Hey,
Over my tight end, but my tight ends have been going down left and right.
It's like if you
First-
won't our new name, but get ready to figure out what 70 degrees means. Good luck heating your house correctly, because I'm at a loss with Celsius. I gotta tell you, it's been whew. I put in a new thermostat that's only Celsius. I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to be putting that thing at. 22 makes no sense to me. I'm like, I don't want to freeze in here. I'm like, no, you're gonna.
That's right. Turkey with gravy and cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. Turkey for you and turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave that girl BD. White meat, dark meat, you just can't lose. I fell off my moped and I got a bruise. Turkey in the oven and the buns in the toaster. I'll never take down my Cheryl Teague's poster. Wrap the turkey up in aluminum foil. My brother likes to masturbate with baby oil. Turkey and sweet potato pie. Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye. Oh, turkey for the girls and turkey for the boys. My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. Gobble, gobble, goo, and gobble, gobble, giggle.
I'm wondering why. What did they give a reason as to why they've decided to do that, or?
Yeah, dude, more power means like better stuff.
It just means better stuff. Oh, okay. All
It's
right,
very
I'll accept that.
competition point of view.
Okay.
I thought
Cars
the
trying to
competition was
make
great.
short ovals even more racy,
I think they were racing
while the
enough.
drivers having to lift off the throttle a bit sooner and then accelerate harder down the straights.
Which they were already doing.
That's the whole point, to make the cars that bit more demanding.
It sounds like they're
Okay.
getting back to what the 2018 car could do, sort of. I mean, you took away downforce. You did phone. People are going to start thinking yeah. I thought it was funny.
I don't think race car drivers are hot, so.
So first Ericsson, and now this, Frank. I mean, you can tell us, buddy.
I can't make up my mind. Blondes or
We won't tell anyone.
blondes or beards. I can't make up my mind. Can't I have both? But why not? I got two hands. Isn't that the whole like bonus of this? Like I thought the bonus of being this is like I can get two, right? Two. No,
All right, yeah. I'm gonna reel this back in. Any
No.
more racing?
I
news?
had a
Anything
misconception
else to
of that
discuss
thing.
regarding racing on our racing podcast.
Yeah, I guess you just don't know.
Besides Misty being awesome in fantasy football.
I think you're going to win the series. I know I'm going to win the trash bill, the usual selves. Me, I'm just off the freaking rails today because I was just like really hyped up when we started this. I don't even know why. For some reason, when you get a new iOS software from Apple, you're like, oh my God, what's it going to be like? Because I know it's going to be different, and I'm not going to know what to do. Yep.
Radio, can I end this? Shopping.
Well, Coda, Phoenix gone, Seika's here, that other Infineon gone. So good riddance. I was just like, good things on the horizon. We can't get there fast enough. Doot doot and do on my houseboat. Yep. That's not a song, actually.
That is not a no. We know that's not a song. But
yeah,
we know
that's not a classic oldie. I just made that up. Yeah. All right, so but houseboat. You sing it. It just sounds like it should be. Prove me wrong. Find it. So, all right. Any other news that came out, Missy?
No, I think that was about it.
And we are the only podcast, I just want to say, that got that much mileage out of the kilopascals talk. Top that. See, that is professional quality journalism. That's it. Journalism. Right, Christian? Is that what it is?
broadcast channel.
That's it. Thank you. That's what we're doing. Yep, sometimes I forget. But I gotta be reminded. It's okay. Christian, did you read that review yet?
I have not. I'm sorry.
Okay, I got you. So, new
You always
review
do.
on Amazon.com for Christian's book. Because I get these, I get email reminders, and that's some. You guys really can, but it's a public chat attached to Facebook. It's called Later. I'm sure he'll be on off season. So sometimes say at the off season we're frantic than regular season. People think off season. See? Yeah. Did you see it? Was it?
No.
Okay. Never mind. It's something like good evening and good night or something. So there you go. Good night.